Close your eyes for 1 second. Just one. Now imagine this. You are standing at a checkout counter. The cashier scans your item, and the number on the screen is higher than the number on the tag. She looks at you. She's waiting. Could you say something right now? In 3 seconds, without translating first in your head. If the answer is no, or even maybe, you are exactly where you need to be today. Hi, I'm Grace from EFL USA, and today we are not going to study grammar rules. We are not going to memorize a list of words and hope they stick. Today, you are going to live through one real situation. A situation that happens to almost every single person who moves to a new country. Shopping, buying groceries, standing in line, talking to a cashier. Small moments. Except these small moments are not always small. Sometimes they cost you money. Sometimes they cost you time. Sometimes they make you feel like a child. Again, in a body that is fully grown. Just because you don't have the right words at the right second of this video, that feeling is going to be smaller. Say vel. Smaller. Not gone completely. Nobody promises that after 1 hour, but smaller. You will know exactly what to say when a price is wrong. You will know exactly what to say when you need a refund. You will know exactly what to say when you're standing in a store. The clock is ticking, and you need help fast. This is survival English, not perfect English. Survival English. The kind that gets you through the moment. Quick thing before we start. If this channel is helping you, tap subscribe now, so next week's video finds you automatically. Okay, ready? Let's go live this. It's a Tuesday evening. You just got off work. You're tired. The kind of tired that sits behind your eyes. But you remember something important. Your refrigerator is almost empty. Milk, eggs, bread, gone. And there's one more thing. A big thing. You saw an ad this morning. A specific brand of laundry detergent, the one you always buy, is on sale today only. Half price. You need it. Money has been tight this month, and half price on something you buy every 2 weeks, that actually matters. You check the time on your phone. 8:42 p.m. The store closes at 9. 18 minutes, that's it. 18 minutes to get in, find everything you need, and get to the register before the doors lock. Your heart picks up just slightly. Not panic, just that small, familiar pressure of a clock running out. You grab your keys. You go. The parking lot is almost empty when you pull in. A few cars left, headlights fading in and out under the tall lamp posts. You walk fast toward the entrance. The automatic doors slide open, and that cold blast of air-conditioned store air hits your face. Bright lights. Quiet music playing from somewhere near the ceiling. A worker is already pushing a cart of empty boxes toward the back, getting ready to close. You grab a basket by the door. Your hand feels the plastic handle, cool and a little worn. You move fast down the first aisle. Milk, eggs, bread, easy. 15 minutes left. Then you turn toward the cleaning aisle, and there it is, the detergent. Big yellow sign above the shelf. Sale. Today only. You feel a small wave of relief. You made it in time. You grab the bottle, check the price tag one more time just to be sure. $6.99, down from $13.99. And you drop it into your basket. 12 minutes left. You head toward the front of the store. There's only one register open, with a short line. 2 people ahead of you. You get in line. You breathe. You made it. The hard part is over, you think. But it isn't. The first 2 customers finish quickly, and now it's your turn. You place your basket on the counter. The cashier, a young man, maybe 20, moving quickly because it's almost closing time, starts scanning. Milk, beep. Eggs, beep. Bread, beep. Then the detergent, beep. And you glance at the small screen facing you, $13.99. You blink. That's not right. You saw the sign. You saw the tag. $6.99, not $13.99. Your stomach tightens just a little. This is the moment. This is exactly the moment we talked about at the beginning of this video. The cashier is already reaching for the next item, ready to keep moving because it's late and he wants to go home too. If you say nothing, you pay $7 more than you should. $7 might not sound huge, but $7 is $7 you worked for. And more than that, it's the feeling of staying quiet because you're not sure how to say it fast enough in English. But you are not staying quiet tonight. You take one breath and you speak. Dax, speak now, right now. Imagine you are exactly in this moment. The price is wrong. The cashier is waiting. What do you say? Try it out loud, even if it's not perfect. Just try. Good. Whatever you said, that's a start. Now, let's build the exact sentence that works in this situation. One piece at a time. So next time this happens to you in real life, it comes out fast without thinking. Here's the first piece. Just one word. Excuse me. Say it with me. Excuse me. Again. Excuse me. Now we add a little more. Excuse me, I think. Say it. Excuse me, I think. Now the full sentence. Excuse me, I think there's a mistake with the price. Repeat after me, slowly. Excuse me, I think there's a mistake with the price. One more time, a little smoother. Excuse me, I think there's a mistake with the price. If that felt like a lot, that's completely fine. Just say, excuse me, the price is wrong. That's enough. That gets the job done. You're still winning. Now, the cashier looks down at the item. He says, "Oh, okay. Let me check that for you." He picks up the bottle, looks at the shelf sign printed on it. The one you were supposed to bring with you, actually, but didn't know that, he says. "Do you have the sale tag or the shelf sign?" Uh-oh, you didn't grab it. This happens more often than you think. Stores sometimes want proof of the sale price. And if you don't have it, things can get complicated fast, especially close to closing time when nobody wants to walk back to the aisle. This is another real moment, a small complication stacked right on top of the first one. What do you say now? Again, speak now. The cashier is asking if you have proof of the sale price, but you don't have the tag with you. What do you say to explain? And what do you ask him to do? Try it now, out loud. Here's a phrase that saves you in exactly this kind of moment. I don't have the tag, but I saw the sign in the aisle. Could you check the price for me? Let's build it. First piece. I don't have the tag. Say it. I don't have the tag. Next piece. But I saw the sign in the aisle. Put it together. I don't have the tag, but I saw the sign in the aisle. Now the full request. I don't have the tag, but I saw the sign in the aisle. Could you check the price for me, please? One more time, with confidence. I don't have the tag, but I saw the sign in the aisle. Could you check the price for me, please? Me. If the whole sentence felt long, just say, can you check the price, please? Short. Clear. Still works. The cashier nods. He picks up a small handheld scanner from the counter, the kind that checks prices, and says, 1 second, let me price check this. 2 seconds turn into 10. You can feel the person behind you shifting slightly. Not rude, just waiting. That small social pressure. You stay calm. You already did the hard part. You spoke up. Now you just wait. He looks at the little screen on the scanner, then looks back at you. You're right. It's $6.99 today. Sorry about that. Relief. Real relief. Right in your chest. He fixes it on the register. The new total drops. You just saved $7. And more importantly, you just proved something to yourself. You can handle a real problem in real time, in English, under pressure, with a stranger, with people waiting behind you. That is not a small win. That is exactly the kind of win this channel is built around. Gisk, eek, speak now, say this out loud. Thank you so much for checking that. Say it like you mean it, because you do. Now, here's something I want you to notice. This entire situation, the wrong price, the missing tag, the price check, happens in stores all over America, every single day, to people whose first language isn't English. And most of them either say nothing and pay the extra money, or they get so nervous that they can't explain the problem clearly. And the cashier just moves on because there's a line, because it's closing time, because nobody has the patience to slow down and guess what you mean. The words you just practiced are not decoration. They are the difference between losing $7 and keeping it, between feeling small in that moment and feeling like you handled it. Let's keep going, because your night at the store isn't over yet. You pay for your items. Card? No problem. Quick tap. Done. And the cashier hands you the receipt. Have a good night, he says. Already looking toward the doors, ready to lock up. You say, you too, thank you. And you head out into the parking lot, bags in hand. But wait, before we move to what happens next, let's slow down and really lock in the vocabulary from this part of the story, because this is where the real long-term progress happens. Not just living through the moment once, but training your mouth to say these words automatically every time without stopping to think. Word number 1, receipt. This is the small piece of paper the store gives you after you pay. It shows what you bought and how much you paid. Repeat after me. Receipt. Again. Receipt. Here's a simple sentence. Can I have a receipt, please? Another one. I need my receipt to return this item. Now you try. Again, speak now. Say a sentence using the word receipt. Word number 2, refund. This means getting your money back for something you bought, usually because there's a problem with it. Repeat after me. Refund. Again, refund. Example. I'd like a refund for this, please. Another example. Can I get a refund if I don't have the receipt? Now you try. Again, speak now. Say a sentence using the word refund. Word number 3, on sale. This means the price is lower than normal, usually just for a short time. Repeat after me. On sale. Again, on sale. Example. Is this item on sale this week? Another example. I thought this was on sale. The tag says a different price. Now you try. Again, speak now. Say a sentence using on sale. Word number 4, price tag. This is the small sticker or label on a product that shows how much it costs. Repeat after me. Price tag. Again, price tag. Example. The price tag says $6. Another example. Can you check the price tag for me? Now you try. Gone, speak now. Say a sentence using price tag. Word number 5, checkout. This is the place in a store where you pay for your items, sometimes called the register or the counter. Repeat after me. Checkout. Again, checkout. Example, the checkout line is really long today. Another example, I'll meet you at the checkout in 5 minutes. Now you try. Just speak now. Say a sentence using checked out. Word number 6, price check. This is when a worker looks up the correct price of an item, usually because there's confusion about how much it should cost. Repeat after me. Price check. Again, price check. Example, can you do a price check on this, please? Another example. He needed a price check because the tag looked wrong. Now you try. Again, speak now. Say a sentence using price check. Good. 6 words. 6 tools you now have in your pocket that you didn't have 20 minutes ago. But words alone, sitting separately in your head, don't help you much in real life. Real life doesn't hand you one word at a time. It hands you a full, messy, fast conversation. So let's put all 6 words into one short scene. The same kind of scene you might actually face this week. Listen first, then we'll shadow it together, piece by piece. Here's the mini conversation. A customer walks up to the checkout with one item. Cashier. Hi there. Did you find everything okay? Customer. Yes, thank you. I just have this one thing. It was on sale, I think. Cashier. Let me check the price tag. It's scanning at the full price. Customer. That's strange. Could you do a price check for me? Cashier. Sure, 1 second. Okay, you're right. It's on sale. I'll fix it at the checkout. Customer. Thank you so much. Can I also get a receipt, please? In case I need a refund later. Cashier. Of course. Here you go. Let's shadow that whole exchange together, slowly, one line at a time. Repeat after me as the customer. Yes, thank you. I just have this one thing. It was on sale, I think. Say it. Now again, a little faster. Now the next line. That's strange. Could you do a price check for me? Say it again, smoother. Now, thank you so much. Can I also get a receipt, please? In case I need a refund later. Say it. One more time, like you've said it 100 times before. Speak now, don't repeat after me. This time, play the customer role from the very beginning. All by yourself, using your own words if you want, or the exact lines if that feels safer. Start with, yes, thank you. I just have this one thing, and go all the way through, asking for the receipt. Take your time. Speak it all the way through, out loud, right now. However, that came out. A little shaky, a little smooth, half remembered, half your own words. That counts. That is exactly what real conversations feel like. Nobody hands you a script in real life. You build the sentence as you go, using the pieces you've trained. And you just trained 6 real pieces in one connected scene based on something that could genuinely happen to you this week at any grocery store, pharmacy, or convenience shop in America. We're not done with your night yet. There's still the walk to your car, and there's one more twist waiting for you before this story ends. Something that happens after you get home. But for now, take a breath. Feel what just happened. 15 minutes ago, you weren't sure you could handle a stranger telling you the wrong price. Now you've said it, shadowed it, and built it into a full conversation 3 separate times in 3 different ways. That's not luck. That's training. And it's adding up, one small store visit at a time. You step outside. The night air is cooler now, a little damp, and the parking lot lights buzz faintly overhead. Your bags are heavier than they looked in the store, and the plastic handles dig slightly into your fingers as you walk. You feel good. Genuinely good, that specific kind of good that comes from handling something you used to dread. But the night isn't finished with you yet. You reach your car, set the bags on the passenger seat, and start driving home. Halfway there, you remember something. The laundry detergent. The whole reason you rushed out tonight. You need it because you're almost out. And tomorrow morning, you have a load of work clothes to wash before your shift. You planned this trip carefully. You got the sale price fixed. You got your receipt. Everything went right, except when you get home. Unpack your bags and open the detergent bottle to start a load before bed. Something feels off. You look closer at the label. It's the wrong scent. The unscented version, not the one you always buy, the one that doesn't bother your skin. In the rush, in the middle of that whole price conversation, you must have grabbed the wrong bottle from the shelf. Same brand, same size, same sale sign above it. Just a different version standing right next to it. Your stomach sinks a little. Not a disaster. But now you have a decision. Do you use it anyway and deal with the itchy feeling on your skin all week? Or do you go back tomorrow and exchange it? You think about your schedule. You work early. But the store opens before your shift starts. There's a window, a small one, to go back, explain what happened, and swap it for the right one. You decide. Tomorrow morning, before work, you're going back. This is where a new challenge begins. Because this time, it's not about a wrong price. It's about walking up to customer service. A completely different part of the store, a different kind of conversation, and explaining that you bought the wrong item by mistake and you want to exchange it. No dramatic problem, no anger, nothing broken. Just a simple, common, everyday moment that still requires the right words said clearly. Fairly early in the morning when your brain hasn't fully warmed up yet. The next morning, you wake up earlier than usual. You grab the detergent bottle. Tuck your receipt into your coat pocket. Smart, because you learned last night how important that little paper is. And you drive to the store. It's quieter this time. Morning light through the big front windows. A few employees restocking shelves. You walk straight to the small desk near the front marked customer service, where a woman in a store vest is organizing a stack of return slips. She looks up as you approach. Good morning. How can I help you? Friendly, but efficient. She's got a job to do and probably a dozen more customers coming in behind you today. This is your moment. Before we let you speak, let's think about it for a second. Think first. What exactly do you need to tell her? You didn't return anything broken. You didn't get overcharged this time. You just bought the wrong version of a product. What's the simplest, clearest way to explain that? Nin speak. Now explain to her, out loud, right now, what happened and what you want. Take a moment. Speak it through, even if it's not perfect. Here's a phrase built exactly for this situation. I bought the wrong item by mistake. Can I exchange it for this one instead? Let's build it piece by piece. First piece. I bought the wrong item. Say it. I bought the wrong item. Add the next piece. By mistake. Put it together. I bought the wrong item by mistake. Now the full request. I bought the wrong item by mistake. Can I exchange it for this one instead? Repeat it, slower. I bought the wrong item by mistake. Can I exchange it for this one instead? One more time, smooth and clear. I bought the wrong item by mistake. Can I exchange it for this one instead? If that felt like too much at once, just say, I got the wrong one. Can I exchange it? Short, direct, still completely correct and completely usable. The woman nods, already reaching for a scanner. No problem at all. That happens all the time. Do you have your receipt? And here, this is the payoff of a decision you made just last night. Remember? You reached into your coat pocket. You have it. You hand it over. She glances at it, scans the item, and says, Great. This is an easy exchange. Did you want the unscented one or a different one completely? Speak now. Tell her exactly which one you want instead. Be specific. Think about what you actually meant to buy last night. You answer something like, I wanted the original scent, not the unscented one. She nods, walks a few steps to a small shelf behind the desk where extra stock sits and grabs the correct bottle. She sets it down and says, Here you go. Since it's the exact same price, there's no difference to pay. This is a straight swap. Relief again, smaller this time, but real. No extra cost, no complicated math. Just a clean, simple fix. But then, she adds something you weren't expecting. Just so you know, for next time, if you ever bring something back without a receipt, we can usually still help. But it depends on the item. For most things, we can offer store credit instead of cash back, as long as it's within 30 days. She says this quickly, casually, the way people who work somewhere every day say things that are brand new information to you. You catch most of it, not all of it, but enough to nod along. Think, first she just gave you 2 new pieces of information. What happens without a receipt? And a specific time limit for returns. Did you catch both parts? What would you ask if you wanted her to slow down or repeat the important part? The number of days. This is exactly the kind of real moment nobody prepares you for. Somebody gives you useful information, fast, in a normal tone, expecting you to just absorb it. And often you catch 70%, and the 30% you missed happens to be the one detail that actually matters. Like how many days you have. So let's practice exactly what to say here, because this phrase alone will save you from misunderstandings again and again, not just in stores, but at the doctor's office, on the phone, anywhere someone gives you a fast piece of information. Sorry, how many days did you say? Repeat after me. Sorry, how many days did you say? Again, a little more naturally. Sorry, how many days did you say? One more time, like you're actually standing there needing the answer. Sorry, how many days did you say? Speak now. Ask her to repeat the number of days. Out loud, right now, she smiles and repeats it clearly. 30 days. As long as it's within 30 days of purchase, you're fine. Now you have it. Clear. Locked in. You thank her. Thank you so much. I appreciate your help. And she says, of course, have a great day. Already glancing toward the next person walking up. You walk out of the store with the correct bottle of detergent, your receipt back in your pocket, and something else too. A small but real sense that you just handled 2 completely different kinds of conversations in less than 12 hours. A price problem last night, a return and exchange this morning. Both real, both common, both things that happen to people living in a new country every single week, in every single town, in every single store. Let's pause here and lock in the second set of vocabulary from this part of the story. The same way we did before, word by word, then combined into one connected scene. Word number 1, exchange. This means trading something you bought for a different item, usually because it was wrong, damaged, or not what you wanted. Repeat after me. Exchange. Again, exchange. Example. I'd like to exchange this for a different size. Another example. Can I exchange this shirt for a different color? Now you try. Ging, speak now. Say a sentence using the word exchange. Word number 2, by mistake. This means you did something accidentally without meaning to. Repeat after me. By mistake. Again, by mistake. Example. I grabbed the wrong one by mistake. Another example. She paid twice by mistake. Now you try. Speak now. Say a sentence using by mistake. Word number 3, store credit. This is money you get back, not in cash, but as credit you can use inside that same store later. Repeat after me. Store credit. Again, store credit. Example. They gave me store credit instead of cash. Another example. Do you offer store credit for returns without a receipt? Now you try. Speak now. Say a sentence using store credit. Word number 4, within 30 days. This is a time limit. It means something must happen before 30 days pass. Repeat after me. Within 30 days. Again. Within 30 days. Example. You can return it within 30 days. Another example. Is this offer valid within 30 days of purchase? Now you try. Ging speak now. Say a sentence using within 30 days. Word number 5. Customer service. This is the desk or department in a store where you go for help, returns, exchanges, or questions. Repeat after me. Customer service. Again, customer service. Example. Where is customer service located? Another example. I need to speak with customer service about a return. Now you try. You speak now. Say a sentence using customer service. Now let's combine all 5 words from this section into one short, real scene. The kind of exchange that could happen to you at any big store, any morning, any week. Compromise. Hi, I bought this by mistake yesterday. I meant to get a different one. Employee. No problem. Would you like to exchange it or get a refund? Customer. I'd like to exchange it if that's okay. Employee. Sure thing. Do you have your receipt? Customer. Yes, right here. Employee. Perfect. Since you have it within 30 days, this is easy. If you didn't have the receipt, I could still offer you store credit. Customer. Good to know. Thank you so much for your help. Let's shadow this together, line by line, slowly. Repeat after me as the customer. Hi, I bought this by mistake yesterday. I meant to get a different one. Say it. Again, a little faster. Now, I'd like to exchange it, if that's okay. Say it. Again, smoother. Now, good to know. Thank you so much for your help. Say it. One more time, confident, like this is your normal way of speaking. Speak now. Now play the full customer role by yourself. Start to finish, without me repeating it first. Use your own words where you want, or the exact lines, whatever feels right. Go through the entire exchange, out loud, right now. However that felt. A little rough, half remembered, mixed with your own words. That's exactly what real spoken English sounds like when it's actually working. Nobody performs a perfect script in real conversations. People connect memorized pieces with their own thoughts. In real time, under a small amount of pressure. And that's precisely the skill you just practiced. Twice now, in 2 completely different situations within the same story, Let's shift gears for a moment and build something a little different. Fast. Practical patterns you can use in almost any shopping situation, not just the two we lived through today. This is where we train pure speed, not long sentences, not full stories. Just quick, reliable openers that work again and again, so your mouth reaches for them automatically without your brain needing to translate first. Here's the first pattern. Excuse me, do you have? You can use this for almost anything you're looking for in a store. Excuse me, do you have this in a bigger size? Excuse me, do you have any more of these in the back? Excuse me, do you have this in a different color? Say it with me 3 times, fast. Excuse me, do you have? Excuse me, do you have? Excuse me, do you have? Here's the second pattern. Can you check if? Perfect for prices, stock, or anything uncertain. Can you check if this is still on sale? Can you check if there's a discount code for this? Can you check if you have this item in stock? Say it with me 3 times. Can you check if? Can you check if? Can you check if? Here's the third pattern. Where can I find? Simple, direct, gets you moving fast through a store you don't know well. Where can I find the cleaning supplies? Where can I find the customer service desk? Where can I find the checkout line? Say it with me 3 times. Where can I find? Where can I find? Where can I find? Here's the fourth pattern. I'd like to return. Exchange this. Clean, polite, works in almost every store in America. I'd like to return this, please. I'd like to exchange this for a smaller size. I don't have the receipt. Is that okay? Say it with me 3 times. I'd like to return this. I'd like to exchange this. I'd like to return this. Speak. Now, pick any one of these 4 patterns and finish it with your own real situation. Something you might actually need to say this week. Say the full sentence out loud, right now. That's 4 patterns, ready to use. Sitting in your mouth instead of buried in a notebook somewhere. And here's something worth noticing before we keep going. Everything you've practiced in the last 20 minutes. The price mistake, the exchange, the fast patterns. None of it required perfect grammar. None of it required a big vocabulary. It required clear, simple, direct sentences said with a little confidence at exactly the right moment. That is survival English. That is the entire goal of this channel, and it's exactly what you're building. Piece by piece, video by video, every single week. 2 days later, life moves on the way it usually does. Work, errands, small tasks stacked one after another. You open your refrigerator on a quiet evening to grab something for dinner, and you notice a carton of eggs sitting near the back. The ones from your rushed Tuesday night shopping trip. Something about the smell as you crack one into the pan makes you pause. It's off. Not terrible, not dangerous looking, but clearly past its best. You check the carton. There, printed on the side in small letters, an expiration date from 3 days ago. Already expired when you bought it. You hadn't checked. Who checks every single date on every single item during a rushed 18-minute shopping trip before closing? This is smaller than the price problem. smaller than the wrong detergent. But it's still money spent on something you can't use, and it still means one more trip back to that store, one more short conversation you need to handle in English. And this time, there's a small complication. You don't have the receipt anymore. It went straight into recycling 2 nights ago, right after you unpacked your bags, before any of this happened. Think. First, think about what you already learned 2 scenes ago. What did the customer service worker tell you happens when you don't have receipt? Try to remember it before you keep listening. That's right. Store credit, as long as it's within 30 days. You remember it clearly now because you didn't just hear it once, passively. You practiced it, shadowed it, said it out loud with your own mouth. That's exactly why it's still there in your memory, ready to use, instead of already forgotten like most information we only listen to and never speak. You grab the carton of eggs, drive back to the same store, and walk again toward that same customer service desk. A different worker is there this time. An older man, glasses, calm expression. Hi there. What can I help you with? Nat speak, now explain the situation to him. You bought eggs at this store. They turned out to be already expired, and you don't have the receipt. What do you say? Try the whole explanation out loud right now, using pieces you already know. Here's a full phrase built exactly for this moment. I bought these eggs here, but they were already expired. I don't have the receipt, but I was told you offer store credit. Let's build it slowly. First piece. I bought these eggs here. Say it. I bought these eggs here. Next piece. But they were already expired. Put it together. I bought these eggs here, but they were already expired. Add the last piece. I don't have the receipt, but I was told you offer store credit. Full sentence, one more time, clear and steady. I bought these eggs here, but they were already expired. I don't have the receipt, but I was told you offer store credit. Well, if that full sentence felt long, a shorter version works too. These were expired when I bought them. Can I get store credit without a receipt? Still clear. Still gets the job done. The man takes the carton, checks the date printed on the side, nods slowly. Yeah, that shouldn't have been on the shelf. I'm sorry about that. He types something into his register, then looks back at you. Since you don't have the receipt, I can offer you store credit for the amount, or if you remember roughly when you bought it, and it was within the last 30 days, I might be able to do a straight refund instead. Do you remember when you bought it? Nag, speak now, answer him. Tell him when you bought the eggs. Think back to the story. Was it recent? How many days ago? You answer something like, I bought it 2 days ago, on Tuesday evening. He nods. Perfect. That's well within 30 days. I can just refund it directly back to your card. No problem. Do you have the card you used? You do. You hand it over. A few seconds later, it's done. Refunded. No argument. No long explanation needed. No confusion. Because you knew exactly what to say. exactly when to say it, and exactly what question to expect back. Thanks for letting us know, he adds. Honestly, that's really helpful for us too. It means we can check that shelf and make sure nothing else is expired. And there's something worth noticing in that sentence, something bigger than the eggs themselves. You didn't just solve your own problem. You spoke up clearly, calmly, in a language that isn't your first one, and it mattered to you, and even a little bit to the store. That's what real communication does. It's not decoration. It's not a school exercise. It changes small, real outcomes in your actual life. You thank him, take your refund, and head out one more time, this time with nothing but your card and a small, quiet feeling of confidence sitting in your chest. 3 separate store situations, 3 separate days, 3 real problems. And in every single one, you didn't freeze. You didn't just point and hope somebody understood. You spoke. Let's take a breath here and lock in this final piece of vocabulary from the story one more time. The same careful way we did before. Word, number 1. Expiration date. This is the date printed on food or medicine, showing when it's no longer good to use. Repeat after me. Expiration date. Again. Expiration date. Example. Always check the expiration date before you buy dairy products. Another example. This yogurt is past its expiration date. Now you try. Again, speak now. Say a sentence using expiration date. Word number 2, refund. We met this one already, but let's use it in a slightly different way this time. A refund straight back to a card without a receipt. Repeat after me. Refund. Again, refund. Example. Can I get a refund directly to my card? Another example. They refunded me even without a receipt. Now you try. Speak now. Say a sentence using refund in this new context. Word number 3. I don't have the receipt, but this is a full, useful chunk on its own, a way to soften bad news and immediately offer an alternative. Repeat after me. I don't have the receipt, but, again, I don't have the receipt, but. Example. I don't have the receipt, but I remember when I bought it. Another example. I don't have the receipt, but I paid with this card. Now you try. Speak now. Say a full sentence starting with, I don't have the receipt, but. Now, one final combined scene, pulling from everything across this entire story. A fast, natural version of exactly the kind of conversation you might have this week, anywhere in America, at any store, over any small mistake. Consumer. Hi, I bought this here, but it was already expired when I opened it. Employee. I'm sorry about that. Do you have your receipt? Customer. I don't have the receipt, but I bought it 2 days ago with this card. Employee. That's fine. Within 30 days, I can refund it straight to your card. Customer. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Employee. Of course. Sorry for the trouble. Let's shadow this one final time. Together, slowly. Repeat after me as the customer. Hi, I bought this here, but it was already expired when I opened it. Say it. Again. Faster. Now, I don't have the receipt, but I bought it 2 days ago with this card. Say it. Again, smoother. Now, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Say it. One more time. Natural, easy, like you've said this 100 times in your life. Meat Geek, speak now. Now. One last time. Play the entire customer role by yourself, start to finish. No repeating after me. Use your own words if you want. Mix them with the exact lines, whatever feels natural. Go through the whole conversation, out loud, right now. From hi, I bought this here all the way to thank you so much. Whatever came out of your mouth just now, that's real spoken English, not textbook English, not perfect, memorized, robotic English. Real, human, slightly imperfect, completely understandable English. And that's the entire goal. Let's do one more round of rapid patterns before we close out today, pulling together everything from this whole story into speed drills you can use again and again in almost any store on almost any day. Excuse me, I think there's a mistake with the price, the total, the discount, the item. Say it with me. Excuse me, I think there's a mistake with, can I exchange this for? A different size, a different color, the correct item. Say it with me. Can I exchange this for? I don't have the receipt, but I remember the date. I paid with this card. I bought it this week. Say it with me. I don't have the receipt, but is this still within 30 days? A simple, direct question that works almost everywhere. Returns are involved. Say it with me. Is this still within 30 days? You speak. Now choose 2 of these 4 patterns and finish each one with your own real situation. Anything from your actual life this week. Say both full sentences out loud right now. Now, let's step back for a second and look at everything that happened across this one ordinary week. A rushed evening shopping trip with a wrong price on the register. A next morning exchange for a bottle you grabbed by mistake. A few days later, expired eggs and a refund handled calmly, without a receipt, without panic. None of these were dramatic emergencies. No one shouted. No one was rude. These were small, quiet, completely normal situations. The kind that happen constantly, in every store, in every town, to real people living real lives in a new country. And that's exactly why they matter so much. Because it's not the big, dramatic moments that shape your daily confidence in English. It's these small, repeated, ordinary ones. The checkout line, the customer service desk, the quiet request to check a price or ask for a refund. Every single time you handle one of these moments, instead of staying silent, instead of just pointing, instead of walking away with a wrong price or a wrong item, because it felt easier than speaking up, you build something, a little more trust in your own voice, a little less fear standing at a counter with someone waiting for your answer. Today, you practiced 3 real store situations, start to finish. You learned 9 solid, specific words and chunks. Receipt, refund. On sale, price tag, checkout, price check, exchange, by mistake, store credit, within 30 days, customer service, expiration date. Words that aren't abstract or academic, but words you can genuinely use this week, maybe even today, at whatever store you walk into next. You practiced saying them alone, then inside full conversations, then completely on your own, without anyone guiding your words for you. Next time you're standing at a register and the price doesn't match the tag, you won't just stand there quietly, hoping it works out. You'll know exactly what to say. Next time you grab the wrong item by mistake, you won't just keep it and feel annoyed about it later. You'll know how to walk up to that desk and calmly get it fixed. And next time something in your fridge turns out to already be expired, you won't lose that money quietly. You'll speak up clearly, confidently, and get it handled. That's not a small change. That's real, practical, usable English, built exactly for the life you're actually living right now. Not for a textbook, not for a test, but for the checkout line you'll be standing in sometime very soon. If this video helped you, hit subscribe now so you don't miss next week's episode. Next time, we're heading somewhere different, into a job interview, where the stakes are even higher and the questions come even faster. Until then, go out there, walk into a store, and if something feels wrong, the price, the item, anything, don't stay quiet. You already know exactly what to say.